it's coming online or not? Is the link working?
It says live in 7 minutes.
Okay.
I think you have on Premiere.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He mentions in this ayah, يا أيتها النفس المطمئنة ارجعي إلى ربك راضية مرضية فادخلي في عبادي وادخلي جنتي صدق الله العظيم. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in another verse, وما أبرئ نفسي إن النفس لأمارة بالسوء إلا ما رحم ربي إن ربي غفور رحيم صدق الله العظيم. وقال الله سبحانه وتعالى فألهمها فجورها وتقواها قد أفلح من زكاها وقد خاب من دساها صدق الله العظيم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He mentioned about the human being's temperament. Allah speaks about the human being's temperament. How is the human being? And how is the temperament of the human being? This Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaks to us. A person either is doing the work of deen or is doing the work of dunya. If it is according to its temperament, it will continue. He will continue doing that. But if it is not according to the temperament, then he will quit doing that job. I can't do it. Any work, it doesn't have to be about deen or dunya. It is both deen and dunya also. If it is according to its temperament, he will continue. Or you can say according to his mizaj. Travel mizaj. The mizaj ke mutabik hota, he will continue. If it is not according to his mizaj, the general person, he will quit. He said, it's a nice job, but our stars don't meet. One person was saying that, I quit a job. Job was very good, very high paying, but we could not get along. So the temperament was such, which would not fit into the other person's temperament. They would have to be, if the mizaj are same and the temperaments are same, then they function. But if the temperaments are different, then it is difficult for a person to continue doing the job what he got hired for. This is, I don't like my boss, so unless it depends how bad he needs the job. If the job is very high paying and if he is in very dire need, then he might handle that circumstances. But if it depends upon how bad the temperament is. If the temperament of the mizaj is different, he will say, I will quit. Similarly, in the business also. If the mizaj of the customer, I remember I was in a small shop. There was one customer, I was watching. Actually, the customer, he paid the restaurant owner, he gave the money, but the money slipped from his hand. And then it looked like he threw the money to him. So the shopkeeper became very angry. I saw this I saw in Nizamuddin actually, in front of the Nizamuddin shop. I saw this, and the second place I saw was in Chicago in Walgreen. So there was this person standing there, and then he came in, he gave him the money, it looked like he threw the money to him. So the cashier of the Walgreen, he got upset. He said that, you know what, this is your stuff, I'm not selling it to you. And take your money back. He became upset, Zal. So it made me remember a long time ago when I was in India. I saw this guy, he also threw in a restaurant, he gave him the money, but it looked like he threw. So the shopkeeper was very angry at this person. You know that? I don't need your money. Who do you think? I need your money? Take your money back. I said, no, take it. No. I'm angry. Because he felt offended. So when a person feels offended, then he doesn't want to do business. Which means the temperaments don't match. This is what we see in the world. And in the deen also. In the deen, if we're doing the work of deen together, in the business also, the job also, if we're doing the work together, if the temperaments don't match, then a person, he quits the job, or he yells at his colleague, or he yells at his boss. Two things he will do. Either he will yell, or he will quit. Either he will scream at the boss. He will scream and yell, then he will quit. This is what he does. Or, he might just leave. This is what we see in the world. And also in the deen, same thing is there. Like we see in doing the work of deen. If the temperaments don't match, excuse me, lakum deenukum waliya deen. Your way, this is my way. And because we don't mix and match. Don't mix, we don't match. So the temperaments, so either in deen or in dunya, the temperaments has to match in order for a person to do the work of dunya or deen. Temperaments have to match. If the temperaments don't match, then the people don't work together. Or in the dunya, it depends how badly he is looking for money or how badly he is looking for position. If he is really after money, then he will handle that attitudes. بتحمل بده فلوس تحمل. Patience لأجل الفلوس. Patience because of مش لله عشان مصاري. صح ولا لا؟ He will have the patience, not he'll do the sabr ليس لله. Sabr for dollars. One person is doing sabr, إنما نطعمكم لوجه الله إنما نصبر على أذاكم لأجل المال. That we will handle your attitude because of the money which you are giving to me. So this is what happens in the dunya and in the deen also. But in the deen, usually this doesn't go much. In the deen also, I've seen a lot of places where in a masjid, if there's any issue, so the people quit the board. They don't want to work together. So we don't get along. Common, you see. In this masjid, me and this brother, we don't. So, inshallah, either I will move. I once met a person in Dallas. He said, where do you live? I said, I live in Dallas. Then after some time, I saw him in Chicago after 2 weeks. So I said, MashaAllah, you came to visit us in Chicago. Because I just had seen him in Dallas. Then I saw him in Masjid Tahura in Chicago. I said, MashaAllah, you just came to visit us in Chicago. I said, no, I moved here. After 2 weeks, he moved. So I said, what happened? Everything okay? He said, yeah, everything is fine. But we were friends after some time. I found out that in the masjid he had some conflict with the brother. You know what? He said, I will leave the state. Forget the masjid. I will leave the state. He used to work a remote job. So I said, you know what? I'll move to Chicago here. So if the temperaments don't match, first you talked about dunya, then you talked about the deen. In the deen also, if the temperaments don't match, then the people cannot do the work of deen. And the matching of the temperament, if because of the so what happens is in the deen, if this happens, so a person says, you know what, I stay away from this guy. But this guy is headache for me. I stay away from him. People they don't yell. Some people they yell. Some people they don't yell. They just say, yeah, I don't want to see you. I don't want to get involved. This is the human being psychology which the Quran speaks. Then I recited an ayah in the beginning of the talk. There was an ayah which we just now read. يا أيتها النفس المطمئنة ارجعي إلى ربك راضية مرضية فادخلي في عبادي وادخلي جنتي. Human being has different types of temperament which the Quran speaks. Nafs means in today's terminology, let's put it as a temperament. Nafs is a temperament. What is called nafs ammara? Second is nafs lawwama. Third is nafs mutma'inna. Fourth is nafs mulhima. Fifth is nafs rahman. 5 categories. Let's put it this way, 5 temperaments. 5 मिजाजों वाले. 5 أمزجة. الله يتكلم في القرآن هؤلاء أمثلة على 5 أمزجة. 5 temperaments. And so the first is وَمَا أُبَرِّئُ نَفْسِي إِنَّ النَّفْسَ لَأَمَّارَةٌ بِالسُّوءِ. The first temperament, there are 5 types of temperament which the Quran speaks. The first temperament is, you understand temperament? In Urdu it's called, क्या तर्जुमा क्या करेंगे उसका? मिजाज? Temperament, you understand? मिजाज कहेंगे उसका. उर्दू में मिजाज, अरबी के अंदर भी मिजाज, same thing. I don't know what they call it in Pashto. Mizaj, I guess, right? Is it Pashto or Farsi? Both? Pashto poye or Farsi poye? MashaAllah. So this is a Farsi word, Mizaj. Mizaj, you know Mizaj? It's Arabic word, yes. So the first temperament is Inna nafsa la'ammaratun bis-su'. This is the Mizaj of Su'. This is the temperament of Su, evil temperament. I was once traveling with one brother who used to live in Ocala. I don't know whether he lives here or not. So we were coming back from a journey. So We were driving on the highway, 75, the 75. So we were driving, somebody overtook him, but in a very dangerous manner. If he would not have swerved, he would have hit him. And so he had a van. This guy was a F-150 truck. So just, went like this to him, very close. And he had to swerve the car, otherwise at least the window would have hit him. You know what, they're traveling at 80 miles an hour. So he crossed like this. I was sitting in the front, next to him. He said, Astaghfirullah, what is this? And he just swerved. But nothing happened to us, but we just got swerved. And we come back on the track, and he was going. So this brother, he got upset. He became upset. And then he put his foot pedal to the metal. Okay? And this guy was going fast, that truck guy, but he went to him. And he crossed him. Fast, and he crossed him from here. And he came in the front. Then with his full might, he put the brakes on. And I don't remember if I was wearing a seatbelt or not, but I still with the seatbelt, I remember I got hit. So the guy in the back, who with the truck, I thought he was going to crash us because that was a huge truck. F-150 is a big truck, And this is a van. He was about to drink, then he put his foot back to the gas, and then he just continued. I never expected this guy's going to do something like this. He said, Wallah, I started cursing him. I said, brother, what happened to you? What is this? What is this? You didn't get a chance to breathe. What is this? He said, no, brother. He said, because of you, I'm leaving him. Otherwise, I would have let him crash into me, and then I would have taken care of him. So I let him go. He said, this guy was, I think he barely missed us. And then, because I knew that this guy, if he's also crazy like him, he's going to come back after him. So eventually it was night. And then, we went far away, and then he took the exit. Anyway, nothing happened. This is nafs ammara. If somebody messes with you, you make sure that you break his back. Ammaratun bisu. Because evil will come from this temperament. This temperament is a temperament of su. Inna nafsa ammaratun bisu. Evil has to come from there. He is going to, if somebody has done evil to him, he will make sure that he does evil back to him. He'll make sure that nobody crosses me. I was once in Pakistan, and there was some issue. To help somebody, I went with him to talk to a judge. It was a judge. Somebody had a problem. Said, if you come with me. I said, okay, I'll go with you. So we went to talk to a judge because somebody was doing wrong to a person. He said, can you talk to him that this is what has happened? So I said, okay. We went to him. So this judge guy, he listened. Then he said that, listen. He said, my decisions are based on if I like or dislike somebody. It's not based upon the who has more proof or who has more, He said, it's based upon who I like the guy. If I like the defendant, I'm for him. Even though he has done anything, I'll let him go. If I don't like him, I'm going to put him in there. This is how I am. And this is what he said. Wise guy. No, but he's not like, if you look at him, he looks like a sheikh. But this is what he said. He said, I heard it myself. He said, and then he said that, and if I don't like somebody, he said in Urdu, जब मैं किसी को पसंद नहीं करता हूँ तो मैं उसको डसता हूँ. You know what does that mean? Then I bite him. You know, when the डसता हूँ, ये डसता का सही तर्जुमा क्या है? हाँ? Snake bite. You know the snake bite? So when I don't like somebody, I bite him like the snake. أنا ألدغه. تعرف لدغ كيف تلدغ الثعبان؟ هو يقول بنفسه. هكذا أنا يقول قال now because you came to me I like you guys so don't worry now. Otherwise, if I would not have liked you, I would have snake bited you. नस्ल याद करेंगी. This is what I do. So मैं डसता हूँ. So I remember his words. I looked up to him and said, Alhamdulillah, alladhi afani. May Allah save me from this guy. So the first temperament is the temperament of su. If somebody does, he will go back to him. He's going to make sure that the su, because he has su in him, he has evil in him. He has to do the evil back to him. This is one. The only satisfaction he will get is by doing evil to that person. His satisfaction, one of my friends, in Dubai, he passed away. Allah forgive him. I knew him, a friend, I knew somebody, he used to go to a place, has to give talk, and then he used to sit and listen. So then, I was for some time in Dubai, then I came back. So when I came back, so I met one of my friends of Dubai, so I asked him, how's that person? I said, oh, you know what, that person? He passed away. I said, oh, Allah forgive him. What happened? He said, brother, he had a car garage. So he and these people, they both are from the same town of Pakistan. So what happened was they got into conflict. And they both were rich people of Dubai. One had a huge car showroom. And the second one had a huge, mechanic shops. He's a mechanic. By profession is a mechanic, but his shop of mechanic is huge, like a dealer type of thing. Like, I don't know how many cars come over there to get this thing fixed. Rich guy. Both are rich. So they both got into a conflict. And the fight started becoming hot. And it became hotter and hotter. To the point, this guy, he lost his complete business. And this guy, he lost his complete shop. They both became homeless. Fight was so powerful, they both lost everything what they had. So I said, this is what happened. Nobody would back down. Kept on fighting and fighting and fighting. He lost everything and he lost everything. They both lost. And the Dubai government deported them. Both of you. Eventually, I think he came back and he died in Dubai. But eventually, because of that, he got into many diseases and he got into many diseases. I think one got deported, one stayed there. But eventually he died. Because of the diseases, he died. Of so many diseases it happened. And this person also, then he said that this guy also had many diseases. He went back to Pakistan and I don't know what happened to him. Inna nafsa la'ammaratun bisu. The only satisfaction, I was amazed. He said the satisfaction was, how can I destroy that person? Even though he destroyed himself also, but the satisfaction was that, he was saying that, the guy who told me this story, one of my friends was saying, he was happy that he got destroyed financially and he got diseased. He didn't look like he also got destroyed, but that didn't matter to him. only thing it mattered that he got destroyed and he got finished. Namaz kitne baje hai aapki? 15 minutes? No. Okay. Khair. So, the nafs ammara, his only satisfaction is if somebody hurts him, to make sure that he hurt him back. And he gets distemper. This is the tat temperament. Nafs ammara. Then the second, I'll finish it up inshallah by the time Isha comes in. This is the first type of temperament, mizaj, nafs ammara. Then you have nafs lawwama. The first one's happiness is when he sees his enemies destroyed. This is his happiness in there. His happiness is how he is completely destroyed. So he is happy for. His satisfaction and happiness is in this. It's the first type of temperament. The Quran, what he's talking about. Second type of temperament is nafs al-lawwama. فلا أقسم نفس क्या है? فلا أقسم بيوم القيامة ولا أقسم بالنفس اللوامة. Second temperament, he will do the evil. You know, if somebody does evil to him, he will do the evil. But after doing the evil, he will feel bad. This is the second one. The first one, his satisfaction is in destroying his enemy. This is his satisfaction. Destroy his opponent, the one who crossed him, the one who did something which he did not like. So his job is to finish him and do evil to him. This is the first category. Second category, فلا لا أقسم بيوم القيامة ولا أقسم بالنفس اللوامة. Lawama is the one who, if somebody does evil to him, he will go back after him, but after that he will feel sorry. That guilty feeling is there. What was the point? If somebody did wrong, so you go and yell at him. After yelling at him, he feels sorry. That why did I yell at him? Please forgive me, brother. I slapped you, or I yelled at you, or I did this to you. This is the second category. Nafs al-lawwama. This is the second type of temperament. That after doing the wrong, you feel bad. Okay. The third temperament. يا أيتها النفس المطمئنة. The first two temperaments, what Allah will do to them, Allah did not bring that into the picture. The first one was done evil, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will judge him according to that evil which he has done. Because the people who will fight, their nafs ammara is involved. Otherwise the fight can't take place. If the nafs ammara is not there on both the parties, the fight cannot take place. The nafs ammara has to be there. If the nafs ammara is not there, how can you fight? So you go and you want to punch somebody, you stand there, please punch me. Can you fight with him? He punch you. Can you give me one more, please? One more. Somebody, screams at you. Okay, listen, keep on screaming. Because the curses are limited. They're not that many. I saw one person, he was cursing. First started in English. English curses are very limited also. Then after that, he went into Urdu curses. Then he went to his Punjabi curses. Punjabi curses also started. But the vocabulary of all the three languages curses were finished. What can you do after that? I mean, you can repeat them. So again he started in the English. I said, okay, now English, because the Punjabi is also finished. So again he started with the English. English finished, then Urdu. Urdu finished, then Punjabi. Further finished. It happened 2-3 cycles. Then after that, how much you can curse. Then he said, why don't you curse me back? Because why should I curse you? Then he left the door and he slammed the door shut. Because you cannot fight with somebody who's not fighting with you. How can you fight with somebody? If he's not fighting with you, how can you fight with him? So nafsa, fighting means nafsa ammara is there. Nafsa ammara, if you have the nafsa ammara, then the fighting can take. When you have a nice wrestling going on, where nafsa ammara is on both sides, so you can sit back, relax and watch the show. Nafsa ammara is fighting. Nafsa lawwama, this is the second category, in which the first category he will not feel bad. He says, I took care of him. That's what I did. Good. And the people around him also will say, oh, you did a great job. You broke his nose. Good. Then the second category, nafs al-awwama, is, after punching and after cursing, he feels bad. After yelling, after scolding, किसी को डांट कर, किसी को चीख कर, you feel bad. Oh, I yelled at my wife. Oh, I yelled at my kid. I should have done it, This is the second level of nafs. Nafs, which one is this? Lawwama. Second nafs. Then comes the third nafs. That's why the first two nafs, Allah doesn't speak about them. Because they have to be according to the usul of justice. وَنَضَعُ الْمَوَازِينَ الْقِسْطَ لِيَوْمِ الْقِيَامَةِ فَلَا تُظْلَمُ نَفْسٌ شَيْئًا وَإِنْ كَانَ مِثْقَالَ حَبَّةٍ مِّنْ خَرْدَلٍ أَتَيْنَا بِهَا وَكَفَى بِنَا حَاسِبِينَ. Allah will do justice on the day of judgment. There's two categories. The third one comes nafs mutma'inna. Nafs mutma'inna. This nafs, this person has, this is the third type of temperament. First temperament, second temperament, this is the third temperament. The third temperament is this, that somebody who is after you, who does all of these things, you brush it off. وَإِذَا خَاطَبَهُمُ الْجَاهِلُونَ قَالُوا سَلَامًا. Somebody, does jahalat with you, Assalamu alaikum. I have no time for you. I don't want to waste my time with you. قَالُوا سَلَامًا. This is the third nafs. Then the fourth one is nafs mulhima. At that time, nafs mulhima is the one who is linked with Allah. Allah, what do I do at this point? Allah will tell him. And the fifth is nafs rahman. This is when a person will reach, he will know what I'm talking about. So we don't touch that category. The human being is born with nafs ammara. His birth is with nafs ammara. This is how he has been, born. Like for example, the weeds. Have you seen any place? I want to make a beautiful garden of weeds. Have you heard anything like that? I want to collect all the weeds. In order to grow the weeds, do you need to do anything? Automatic. Weeds is God given. Weeds is there. You have to do nothing. Weeds will come. Huh?
What kind of weed?
Oh, no, that weed is haram. No, not that weed. Not that weed, it is haram. This is the weed which grows. Actually, that also grows. So what happens is, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala creates a human being with this nafs ammara. It's created like that. Now, for a person who will enter into the Jannah, the one with a nafs ammara and nafs lawwama, if they are not mushrik, Allah might forgive, Allah might not forgive, it's up to Allah. These two. It's up to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive them or to catch them. Allah, how He will forgive is if he has done anything wrong, Allah, but provided he's not mushrik. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give him from himself, take this to the person who has oppressed, and then Allah will put him into the Jannah. That's Allah's decision. Nafs ammara and nafs lawwama. Nafs mutma'inna, this is that nafs. This is, so the human being, I was saying, the human being is born with this. In order for a person to change from nafs ammara to come to the level of nafs mutma'inna, there is a process. That process, there's a complete process of that. That process is composed of two things. Two things a person has to do to transform his nafs from nafs ammara to nafs mutma'inna. That process, the first thing is this, by listening to the correct words which will change him. It is very important that you listen correctly. I think 2 days ago also we discussed. How listening is very important in the fixing of the human being. Listening correctly is very important in the fixing of the human being. Not everything you listen will fix you. Listening wrong is like eating junk food. That will give you diseases, and that will destroy your body and put you in the grave. Listening wrong. So you cannot listen to anything who you feel like listening to. I'm even talking about the deen also. Forget the dunya. Dunya to haish out. By the way, if you're working as a professional, you're a businessman, you're a doctor, you're an engineer, and you're listening, that listening won't hurt you. That listening will not hurt you. For example, somebody who sells, on thela, some in Pakistani people sell aloo lelo. This won't hurt him. Somebody standing on the street, اشتري البطيخ اشتري هذا ما بيأثر عليه. This is not going to hurt him spiritually. There's nothing wrong. He will get thawab by saying these words because he's doing halal business. But when he listens to the wrong advice or the wrong talks, that is the one which is going to hurt this person. So first of all, listening wrong. So the person, two things I was saying, so we can finish quickly. Two things a person has to do in order how he can transform from nafs ammara to the nafs mutmainna. By the way, if a person has nafs ammara, he cannot do nor deen nor dunya. This is guaranteed. I know a lot of people, because of their anger and because of their attitudes, they cannot stay in one job. You know that too. Many people. They have an attitude, the boss says, take a hike. So you need to transform yourself, even if you want dunya also, from nafs ammara to nafs mutma'inna. Transformation takes, transferring the nafs is two things. Number one, through listening. You listen to the correct talks. Listening, what it does is this: Allah has given every human being willpower. So the listening gives power to the will to stop the wrong thing. Willpower some people have weak, some people have strong. So the depends upon how powerful your nafs is. The willpower cannot necessarily stop this person. Listening will only strengthen your willpower. Listening only. This is the first thing. You listen to the talk, the Shaykh is saying, brother, don't argue, don't fight, don't do evil, la tahasdu, la tabaghaz, all of these things, even Rasulullah did. This is one thing. Second thing, to actually change from nafs ammara to nafs mutma'inna, my dear brothers, this is called the nur of iman, which comes into a person. And that's also a process. When that thing comes, then that changes a person from within. It transforms his body from nafs ammara to nafs mutma'inna. When he comes to this stage, then my dear brothers, he can work the deen also and he work the dunya also. Then he will do any work of deen, he will be successful. Otherwise, without transforming his nafs, if he wants to work the deen, forget about helping the deen. He will become a hindrance to the deen. He will become wrong example of the deen. He will become, people will say, if this is the deen, I'm better off away from it. If he does not transform his nafs from nafs ammara to nafs mutma'inna, he needs to invest on himself to turn his nafs into this. Why we came over here is we are inviting the people to come to Chicago. We have a program over there where this process takes place. How we can fix ourselves. If the things which we don't like, for example, I see things in my wife, I don't like it. And that, creates a volcano inside me. I need to fix myself. If I see something I don't like in my friends, and that creates a volcano inside me, I need to fix myself. If I see things my kids are doing which creates volcano inside me, I need to fix myself. Because with this nafs, if I die, I got a major problem in the akhirah. Because, and then I'll finish, I don't want to take much of your time, because my dear brothers, understand this one thing. Where is the address of Allah? Anybody knows the address of Allah? Where does he live? What is that destination? Oh, I want to write a letter to Allah. Oh Allah, this highway, this which country he lives in, so I can go and meet Allah. Where is the address of Allah? La yasa'uni sama'un wa la ardun. Hadith says, heavens cannot encompass me. The earth cannot encompass me. Walakin yasa'uni qalbu mu'min. I live in the heart of a believer. This is where the Allah lives. And if this nafs is not fixed, when you are hurting somebody, you are hurting, you are breaking, the arsh of Allah is in the heart. You're breaking that now. So it doesn't matter whether he's a Muslim or non-Muslim. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because هَذَا خَلْقُ اللَّهِ, this is the creation of Allah. When you're hurting somebody, you can't get away with it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, if He likes him, Allah will catch him in the earth, in the world. If Allah does not like him, he has big file on his back, then Allah will let him do as much as he wants. Then Allah will bring him to the akhirah so that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can really punish him good over there.
Even for a nation.
بالضبط أكيد yeah we just stick in the nafs right now. Okay. So because what happens is this, that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because you see, I'll tell you one thing. If you kill somebody in the dunya, Quran says, من قتل نفسا بغير نفس ورد القرآن وكتبنا أن النفس بالنفس والعين بالعين والأنف بالأنف والأذن بالأذن والسن بالسن والجروح قصاص. If you kill somebody, you will get hanged. Okay, this is what you could do. But if you kill, let's say, 500 people, what is the maximum punishment? They will still hang you. So the one who killed one person and the other one who killed 500 people, they both, you can punish them same. You cannot punish them different. Same punishment. You can probably torture him, but the pain of death is only once. You cannot have two pains of death. But in the akhirah, if a person killed one man unjustly, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will punish that person. And when a person has killed 500 people, Allah will punish that person 500 times more than the first one. Because there's no death over there. There is no death. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not like somebody, then He lets him do what he's doing and He brings him on the other side, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala adib adab. That's what Quran says, وَلَا تَحْسَبَنَّ اللَّهَ غَافِلًا عَمَّا يَعْمَلُ الظَّالِمُونَ. Don't think Allah is not watching what the oppressors are doing. Either it's a nation, either it's a father, either it's a president, either it's a secretary, or the president of the masjid, or the president of the corporation, or the irrespective of what he is, if he is doing any oppression to somebody who is below him, responsible. وَلَا تَحْسَبَنَّ اللَّهَ غَافِلًا عَمَّا يَعْمَلُ الظَّالِمُونَ إِنَّمَا يُؤَخِّرُهُمْ لِيَوْمٍ تَشْخَصُ فِيهِ الْأَبْصَارُ. For example, you go outside and then you hit somebody. So once the guy came and he hit other's car and he broke his tail light. So this lady, before he comes out, he ran away. So she is screaming, but he ran away. This zulm, you think Allah will leave him like this? La. Ta'al. Where? Come over here. Where Mashi? Come over here. Let's take care of you. You think I was not watching? La ya ammi, I was watching every single thing. يَعْلَمُ خَائِنَةَ الْأَعْيُنِ وَمَا تُخْفِي الصُّدُورُ. Every single thing I was watching. وَلَا تَحْسَبَنَّ اللَّهَ غَافِلًا وَمَعَكُمْ أَيْنَمَا كُنْتُمْ. Wherever you are, He is with you. So that's why we are inviting everybody. My dear brothers, if we have not changed ourselves, the best thing is to invest on yourself first. I'm worried about my children. My dear brother, I should be worried about myself first before worrying about my children. Because I'm closer to death than my own son. Oh, I'm worried about my son. I want him to be a good Muslim. What about yourself? I'm already a good Muslim. Brother, you're in your dreams. Please forgive me for being blunt and real. Allah, I want my son to be good. I said, what about your son, ya ammi? I'm very good. I said, please, you come, inshallah, you will find out how good you are. If you are good, your son will not be like this. So first of all, my death is closer than my son's death. I need to fix myself first. Just because my son is watching YouTube, that doesn't mean he's worse than me. Or he's watching, oh brother, he's playing video games. Brother, if I have animosity for the other people in my heart, I'm worse than my son. Because Allah does not look at, Inna Allah la yanzuru ila suwarikum, He doesn't look at your face. He's a poor kid. He is mashghul fi dunya. But in your heart, وَلَكِنْ يَنْظُرُ إِلَىٰ قُلُوبِكُمْ. Allah looks what's inside your heart. What is inside your heart? This is what Allah looks first. So I need to change first. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam did not start making Islamic madrasa, Islamic school to fix the kids. Did He make any madrasa in Madinah Munawwara? Any madrasa in Makkah Mukarramah? Please forgive me for being open and clear. But that's the facts. He fixed the men first. Oh, I'm worried about the women going astray. Women are not going astray. I'm going astray. Fix the men first. Then the ladies, then the kids. Because the women are influenced by the men. And the kids are influenced by the women. This is the process. or whether we're not fixed. That doesn't mean we should not make Islamic schools. I'm not against it. But the thing, I'm more important that I need to fix myself up first. And I'll be honest, a time comes when a person becomes so adamant in his own wrong ways. I remember one person, we have some old people also, may Allah forgive me and you and all of us. So he does things which upsets the people. So one person came, and there were some young kids that were getting upset. So he said to them, listen, after this age, there's an English word called as is. You know what as is means? As is. You accept the way he is. خلاص انسى الموضوع. You cannot teach him now. You cannot teach old dog new tricks. Forget about it. Forget about it. Please forgive me. Before you reach that level, it's better I fix myself. Then there's complaint from everybody. Oh, my son is like this, my daughter is like this, my brother is like this, my uncle is like this, they have complaint from all the people. If you see somebody like that, don't tell them, this is what you have reaped. No, but be nice to them. But my point of bringing this subject is this, that don't wait till you are also in the same category like that individual. Don't think that I'm already fixed. Like he thought he's already okay. But when he reached, he cannot even realize that there is something wrong with him. This is a process where a person needs to fix himself so that he can reach this level of nafs mutma'inna. Otherwise, my dear brothers, mashakil in this life also and the hereafter, your own kids will run away from you. Your own wife will stay away from you. Your own family doesn't want to see you. Then this what they do, they start sending down hadiths to the kids. Oh, respect your parents, respect. We have to respect them. But as I'm saying this as a father myself, I have kids. I'm saying this as a father. That does not mean if my son is not respecting me, I keep on sending him messages that look at this, what the hadith is saying, this is what the Quran is saying. You better be respectful to me. For me, this thing is I need to fix myself up that what's making my son tick off from me. I need to learn how I can fix myself. How I can myself be such. Because when the iman comes, it attracts the people. It does not repel. Quran says, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ سَيَجْعَلُ لَهُمُ الرَّحْمَنُ وُدًّا. Allah puts the love. A stranger also will love you. Forget about your wife and kids and family. Strangers will love you. That's what the Quran is saying. Quran is not wrong. Please forgive me if somebody is feeling upset. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, But sometimes I don't speak up like this, but today I don't know why I'm speaking. Please forgive me. But the thing is this, the reason is this, I'm saying this because let's not reach that point of no return. If we reach that point of no return, then it's difficult for us. If you're older, let's say for example, if somebody comes and says, I'm older, don't worry about it. If the intention is that I want to fix myself, Allah will help him. Allah will help him. But usually when a person reaches a certain level, then he thinks that I'm the right in everything, my opinion is right, my thinking is right, my talk is right, my everything, what I'm doing is right. I want to fix the whole world except myself because I'm already right. It doesn't work like this. This is the unknown form, this is the unspoken formula which a person has in himself. Unspoken formula. The only piety a person thinks is that, I'm making salat. Look, I'm making salat. My son is sleeping, I'm making salat. I am I don't drink. I don't smoke. He's smoking, drink. Oh, dear brothers, but it's not a part of smoking, not smoking, and going to school. It's a complete way of life. I need to fix myself. So don't wait till the time comes where I'm unfixable. When a point comes that I'm unfixable, then there's a hadith. I don't know whether I should say this or not. Hadith says, it's too dangerous, it's too difficult, and it's too hard. Let me just finish my talk over here, probably some other time. For this reason, we call people to come to Chicago. We all need to work upon ourselves. We should come, bring our kids also, ourselves. How I can become a role example for my children, for my wife, for my kids, for everybody. So, so this will change me. This will make me also peaceful in my heart. This will change my kids, my family also. And automatically Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bring the khairat to you. A'mal salihah, it attracts the khairat. Pious deeds attracts the good to you. Your needs will be fulfilled automatically. It's actually your needs is not dependent upon your job. Your needs, Allah says, it's in my hand to take care of your needs. The sins He's sending to take care of your need, but the hindrance of the sin is stopping from the need to reach you or to reach me or anybody else. So remove these hindrances so that this can reach. This can reach us. The money will come to us. The wife will love us. The kids will love us. Children will love us. We'll get married. Those who can get married, they will get married. Everything what has to do with you, everything will fall into place if we have our fixed ourselves. That's why we invite everybody, inshallah. Alhamdulillah, and Chicago brothers are coming. Come over there for 1 day, 2 day. Alhamdulillah, Zikr. This process is also done through Zikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Zikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that also has to be done through a process. Everything has a process, system. If we do that, inshallah, that will change our lives. Inshallah, I think the time is up. May Allah make it easy. Please forgive me for taking so much of your time. Inshallah, we can dua kar le ya chhod de? الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين اللهم طهر قلوبنا من النفاق وألسنتنا من الكذب وأعيننا من الخيانة إنك تعلم خائنة الأعين وما تخفي الصدور اللهم اسلل سخيمة صدورنا اللهم اسلل سخيمة صدورنا اللهم اسلل سخيمة صدورنا اللهم اجعلنا خالصين مخلصين لوجهك يا رب العالمين اللهم اجعل في قلبي نورا في صدري نورا في بصري نورا وفي لساني نورا اللهم اجعلني نورا اللهم أنت ربي لا إله إلا أنت خلقتني وأنا عبدك وأنا على عهدك ووعدك ما استطعت أعوذ بك من شر ما صنعت أبوء لك بنعمتك علي وأبوء بذنبي فاغفر لي فإنه لا يغفر الذنوب إلا أنت سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.